Holy smokes, everyone. Chaos is erupting at Twitter right now. There's been new leaked reports that there's going to be new mass layoffs coming, and also there's been new developments from the establishment coming out, and the establishment is in full-blown panic as it all begins to unravel. Because people, we're at a huge pivotal point in history right now. Tensions around the world have been rising. There is a massive culture war going on right now. These huge tech companies have had monopoly power, but people are finally starting to stand up now and say enough is enough with all the censorship and the social engineering. And Elon Musk buying Twitter could be the thing that changes it all. So everyone, in today's video, we're going to go over these new reports of these mass layoffs, some new governments sending some warnings to Elon Musk, the corporate elites threatening Elon Musk, and how Elon Musk's tumbling net worth could put him at huge risk right now while he's trying to finance this deal. So everyone, let's not waste any time. Let's get straight into the news, the facts, and the data. Okay, everyone, look at this. Musk lays groundwork for layoffs at Twitter, asking managers to draw up list. So what's happening here is Elon Musk, he's not wasted any time. He's already sacked the CEO, CFO, plus legal affairs and policy chief, who played a huge part in all the censorship and banning of accounts. But that was just the beginning. Listen to this. The billionaire entrepreneur who completed his $44 billion acquisition Thursday has asked managers to draw up lists of team members who could be let go. According to a person with knowledge of the matter, the person asked not to be identified discussing private conversations. And I don't blame him, because if he was probably found out to be leaking information to the press, he could be getting the sack himself. Because a lot of people are saying there's a lot of fat at Twitter and there's no need for 7,500 people to run the platform, and they're saying a lot of it is a lot of fluff. We saw the viral videos of people making coffees, making lattes, into their yoga meditation rooms, drinking wine on tap. Probably going to be the first ones to be let go. Now, there's been lots of panic and concerns that Elon Musk is going to fire up to 75% of the workforce, but he's come out and said these are not true. But this doesn't mean there still isn't going to be mass layoffs, potentially up to 50%. Concerns over mass layoffs swirled in the run-up to Musk's take private transaction, when potential investors were told that he'd eliminate 75% of the workforce, currently near 7,500. Musk later denied the cuts would be that deep, though he hasn't elaborated on job cut plans. Now, also something big that is happening right now is Elon Musk has gone into Twitter with his engineering team from Tesla. All the previous Twitter engineers have been told to leave while the Tesla engineers review the code. The reductions could be closer to 50% of the workforce, the Washington Post reported Saturday. One of the first to be impacted will likely be legal, trust, and safety, the organization that oversees content moderation, the newspaper says. And I think that's pretty obvious. If there's going to be a lot less censorship, a lot less content moderation, a lot more free speech, they're obviously not going to need so many people. Now, obviously, this doesn't mean it's just going to be a free-for-all and that certain content won't be censored, specifically illegal content. In recent weeks, Musk has hinted at his staffing priorities, saying he wants to focus on the core product. Software engineering, server operations, and design will rule the roost. Some staff were invited to a staff meeting next Wednesday, some weren't. According to people familiar with the matter, that generated suspicion around which teams will be cut. Well, doesn't that just seem obvious that that should be the core focus, instead of focusing on if people's tweets hurt their feelings? Some employees may choose to leave simply for lifestyle reasons. Twitter allowed people to work from anywhere, whenever they wanted. Musk says only exceptional people should be granted work from home privilege. Now, I think working from home can be a great thing. I definitely hate the commute. I love being able to work from home right now. And if people are more productive at home, if people are working hard at home, they're still doing their job, I have no problem whatsoever why people shouldn't be able to work from home. But if some people are being slack, they're being less productive, they need people around to motivate them to get the work done, they need their manager on their back telling them to get that project finished, maybe they may need to go back to the office to get it done. So far, he isn't demonstrating much trust for Twitter staff. He's been asking Twitter engineers to print out the most recent 30 days of code submissions, then bring them for review to Musk and his trusted colleagues from Tesla, according to a person familiar with the matter. Well, everyone, this is going to be huge, what Tesla engineers find from Twitter's code, to figure out how the algorithms are working, to see how they're censoring people, suppressing information, shadow banning people. And I've even got reports from people that are on Twitter now, some people that thought they were shadow banned in the past, now they're seeing a lot more interactions with their posts, now they're getting a lot more followers, where before they were highly suppressed. But that's just the first part of the story, everyone. What's more worrying is the establishment is now starting to fight back. They're starting to freak out, they're starting to panic, because they had a huge stranglehold, they had a huge tight grip on the political power, on social engineering, on the public opinion, and now they're starting to lose that power. Look what's happening now. Look at this. German government will consider whether to stay on Twitter after Musk's takeover. That's completely crazy, run. Why on earth would they leave Twitter just because Elon Musk is buying it? What are they worried about? what information they worried about that Elon Musk may find out. Now, there's been lots of speculation that governments, corporations have been working with Twitter to promote their companies, to promote their agendas, to promote their social programs, to promote certain politicians and suppress their opponents. And this is completely unconstitutional and completely crazy. But now they're panicking and worried this is all going to come to an end. We'll monitor possible changes to the platform over the coming weeks and months, then draw our own conclusions, the spokesperson said, adding that his comments were not intended as a threat. Well, that's what he's saying, but it sounds like a threat to me. What do you think, everyone? European regulators also reiterated past warnings that under Musk's leadership, Twitter must still abide by the region's Digital Services Act, which levies hefty fines on companies if they do not control illegal content. Now, the worrying thing is these governments, they can just change the laws whenever they want, because the internet has been a huge win for freedom and information. Before the internet, it was very hard for the public to get educated on lots of topics and also get information about what the establishment is doing. But because of many independent channels like myself, a lot of independent journalists, a lot of independent reporters, it's created this huge decentralized platform where people can speak their minds and educate the masses on what's happening instead of the state-sponsored media. Because like I said in my last video, EU officials warned Musk he'll have to fly by our rules. So I'm very, very worried that these government officials are going to come after Elon Musk or try to find some way to create some new laws so Elon Musk still has to do their bidding. But okay, now this is where the chaos on Twitter is starting to erupt, as people are worried he's going to allow Donald Trump to come back on the platform, and advertisers and corporations, they're now threatening to pull their advertising and threatening to take their money away from Twitter. Elon Musk could end Twitter bans on these 7 accounts, and he plans to end the platform's lifetime ban policy. Trump, Bannon, Green, and others have been permanently blocked. So here are some of those highly controversial or so-called highly controversial personalities that could be back. So that's right, Donald Trump could be back after he was banned in 2021. Now, Trump has established his own social media network, Truth Social, which he's using right now. But if he does decide to run in 2024, a lot of people are saying he's going to need to get back on Twitter, because before, when he was banned, he had over 80 million followers, where now he only has about 5 million followers on Truth Social. So he's not going to be able to reach as many people unless he gets back on Twitter. Now, whether he does get back on then is still up to debate, up to speculation. But at the end of the day, it is absolutely crazy that Twitter banned a former US president. And this just shows you how much power these social media companies have into swinging elections. And this is very, very worrying, whether you're on the left or you're on the right, because how would the people on the left feel if Elon Musk all of a sudden started censoring left-wing candidates, started promoting right-wing candidates? I wouldn't think that's right at all. But again, this is causing the establishment to go into panic. People are in meltdown. Then they're saying they're not going to feel safe if he's back on Twitter, and they're simply going to leave. Also, the big man, Alex Conspiracy Theorist Jones. Talking show host Alex Jones was permanently suspended in 2018 for violating its abusive behavior policy. Twitter didn't specify which post violated its policy at the time. So obviously, Alex Jones is another hugely controversial figure. A lot of his conspiracy theories he said in the past did come true, but even he admitted when he went on a podcast with Joe Rogan that his mental health did get the worst of him at the end, and some of the stories were either exaggerated or completely false. But again, that doesn't take away the fact that many of his conspiracy theories did come true. And one of the most recent is Babylon Bee. And look at this tweet here from Seth Dillon. Musk reached out to us before he polled his followers about Twitter's commitment to free speech. He wanted to confirm that we had in fact been suspended. He even mused over that call that he might need to buy Twitter. Well, who would have guessed being friends with the world's richest man does have its perks. But like I was saying here, advertisers are planning to boycott Twitter if Elon Musk lets Donald Trump back on Twitter. Kylie Taylor, the global head of partnerships at advertising agency Group M, told the Journal that letting Trump tweet again would be a red line for some major brands. Now again, on the other side of this, some people saying, well, if these companies review their advertising, Elon Musk should let that information go public so then they can boycott those companies back. Musk has called Twitter's Trump ban a morally bad decision and foolish in the extreme. He said in May the ban was a mistake because it alienated a large part of the country and did not ultimately result in Donald Trump not having a voice. And he's completely right there. People, we're getting more and more divided, and it's all by design. We the people have a lot more in common than you may think. It's always good to have an honest, healthy debate with someone on the other side of the political spectrum, so that way you can learn new perspectives, because if you just keep hearing one side of the story, you're not going to get enlightened. But that goes both ways. Now, I'm very, very worried that all this drama coming at Elon Musk all these global elites coming for Elon Musk could potentially pan out bad for him, because right now Tesla stock just crashed. It's down over 40%. He's severely overpaid for Twitter, and now his net worth is tumbling. So look at this. Musk role as chief twit knocks 10 billion from fortune. Musk overpaid for Twitter based on decline in index of peers, and those who cashed out pocket gains and avoided market swings. So that's right, everyone. Why this may be a big win for free speech and freedom lovers, this is coming at a huge cost for Elon Musk. And all these executives that he fired are now laughing to the bank because they got paid millions and got paid top dollar. On the flip side, for Twitter investors who are cashing out, Musk's deal is a huge win. Not only did they get a 20% premium when Musk made his take private offer, they also avoided the crash in the stock prices that hit rival social media giants. Like Facebook, for example, look at this, down 70% a year to date. It is also a big windfall for several outgoing Twitter executives set to share in severance and payouts worth roughly 100 million. About half will go to Parag Agrawal, the former CEO. And this now brings his net worth loss of 66 billion this year. Shares of Tesla Inc., his most valuable asset, are down 35% this year, partially on fears he'd sell shares in electrical vehicle maker to fund his Twitter purchase. Musk used all his available liquid assets to complete the Twitter purchase, and his estimated liabilities increased by 4.6 billion. So everyone, what this simply means is there's going to be a lot more sackings coming at Twitter. There's going to be a huge overhaul. There still is a lot of unknowns if Elon Musk really ends censorship and bring back freedom in full. He's saying he's going to create a diverse censorship committee, but there's still no information released yet if he's going to reverse these lifelong bans. But everyone, what do you think? Let me know down below. Now, for all my loyal viewers and subscribers still watching, you're awesome. Thanks for watching. I'll see you all in the next video.